Hello everybody, I'm Psychotic, that's also my screen name. Today we are back with episode 5 of our Medieval Dynasty Season 2. Today we're going to work on getting a donkey and getting some of the other animal buildings up and see if we can't get them situated the way that I'm hoping to. We're going to have to do a little bit of guesswork and some counting off, but we might be able to pull off what I want to. We're also going to be headed into winter, which will give us some time to do some questing and hunting since we don't have to fool around with the crops too terrible much. So without further ado, if you learn anything useful today or if you have a good time, please don't be afraid to drop a like. And if you're feeling friendly, maybe go ahead and subscribe. But we're going to go ahead and load in. Alrighty, here we go in the pitch dark, so that's fun. This is the last day of fall. So what I would like to do is get our second field out over here. And then we're going to try to pace out a little bit what I want for the animal buildings to put along this side. And we're going to try to make it all one big pen so that they all link together. I don't know if it's going to work the way that I have hoped. Our big issue is going to be that we don't have access to the fold yet. We're still a ways away from it, too. I don't know the exact spacing on the fold, and that's going to make this awkward because I want the fold first, and then I want the geese, and then I want the piggies, and then I want the stable. So we do have the piggies. We don't have the geese yet either. Maybe we could do pigs then geese. I'd really rather do it the other way, though. This is going to be super awkward. It might actually be better to build the pigsty elsewhere. And, like maybe on the other side, and then just move it when we're ready. Maybe we'll go that route. Maybe we'll just move the pigsty, because I really want them to be in order that we use them the most for collection reasons. But we'll see what we can do. We're going to go ahead and sleep since it's so close to the end of the season. There's not a terrible lot that we can get done. The field's already ready to rock. We could gather some materials, but I don't really think it's going to be worth the effort. So we're going to go ahead and sleep till the season. Hey, Stusso! Oh, maybe that's something we should do, is make a donkey emote. That could be fun. Now, unfortunately, we're going to have to go over there, buy the donkey, and then walk back to put the stuff on him, because it's going to put him straight into the donkey hut over there, and we're not going to be able to whistle for him until he has the saddle on him. Sunken Land. No, I haven't even heard about it. I do want to check out Under a Rock when it comes out, though, but it's been coming soon for like a year and a half now, so we'll see how that goes. So that one looked fun. Oh, look at all these rocks over here. Rocks are so much easier to find in winter. I don't know why. Maybe it's all the white. I honestly don't know. We're already over 6 grand. This is nice. Granted, we're going to blow a bunch of it on a donkey here in just a minute, but I think we'll probably get a donkey, and then we'll get a baby donkey. And let it grow like we did last time. Cute little snowman. Can I steal the broom? Wait, you can collect the snowman? 2 sticks. Cool. Playfect. I do like free XP, and we did get some skills out of that, so we should probably take a look at those. We've got athlete. Right, we were working on solid as a rock for less damage taken. And then we did get a production level as well. So let's go ahead and do sewing expert, because we're sewing already and we're not quite to the long cooking recipes. We will be soon, but do we only? Yeah, we only got 1 point. Okay. Our production's already level 7. We're almost maxed already. Are any of you farmers? Not a farmer, not a farmer.
How are you?
Alright. So from you, I'm going to want some horseshoes, a large saddlebag, and a saddle. And since you have 3 grand of our money, we are going to offload a bunch of useless things that we made specifically for money onto you. So where did the linen shirts go? There they are. And then we should have a bunch of knives left. We need to make sure to keep one of those back. And then... feathers. Alright, well, we didn't quite get all of our money back, but we are still around 6 grand. Now, when we buy the donkey, we're going to lose it all, so... What the... Oh, diplomacy. Excellent. So, barter. 2 points into barter, actually. So we're almost max on barter. We're going to buy the male donkey. Why is this happening? There we go. Alright, so there's the male donkey, and then we'll buy the full female so that we don't pay full price. And now we are all the way down to 800 coins. That hurt a lot. That's all of our 6 grand just went away. On the upside, we now have transportation. And to be honest, we've not even been in the game a year yet, and we already had over 6 grand, and we were buying recipes, so I'm not terrifically upset with that. I'm not super excited about being broke again, but I'm not super heartbroken either. I feel like that was an investment, not a cost. We might go towards the other pigs that we know where they exist. We could probably bag a moose. I'm worried to try anything with a Wincent or a bear with stone arrows. I feel like that's not going to end in our favor unless we get super cheesy with it. Alright. So now we want to ride him. And then we should be able to do... Yep. Okay. So we're going to dismount. Get into his inventory, and we'll give him the things that we picked up. So the saddlebag, the... There they are. Iron horseshoes. And then we can hit I and then H and equip them. And there we go. Now we actually have a mount. I forgot how slow the donkey is compared to the horse. That's alright though. It's still faster than us. And I would like to get some more hunting done. Specifically to get that skill unlocked for us. But also it'll give us something to do during winter. We should see what other quests we can do. And see if we don't start heading towards them. To, like, there's one up here in Rolnica. So we can head towards Rolnica and see what that quest is and hunt along the way. Because if we go straight west across the water, there are some wolves over there, and wolves are going to give us the most experience other than Baron Wincent, and I don't feel like we're properly equipped to handle them just yet. So we're not gonna tangle with them just yet. Not for a second time though. I think that was a little low. Yep, first one was low. Okay, I don't see any others in the immediate vicinity. So we should at least have enough time to harvest. Alright, grab our mist arrow. Alright, now we gotta be kind of careful. Looking for the other ones, because we can't highlight them yet. Is that a deer? That is a deer. I wouldn't mind getting some extra leather. Well, it was a little delayed on the death animation. That was... It dropped right away, but it didn't make the sound until we were like halfway to it. Alright. Oh, and there's another one. We almost need like a whistle or something to get them to look at you. And I know we have the whistle for the mounts, but I don't think it's actually going to do anything with the wildlife. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. Did we seriously... With our stone arrows? Well, there's 2 bucks over here. Jeez. I like RPGs, but I've been joking lately about how anything that lets me have my own little farm is a good game. You know what? You're right. I adore survival for the same reason. Anything with a level progression, or that lets me do things like what we're doing right now, hunting and farming and building a village and whatnot, or even a home base. I love games like that. Especially if they'll let me automate things. That's like my bread and butter. Ah, there's another wolf. Come here, wolfie. Where's the third one? There should be 3. I really struggle lately, though, too, with the things that people are calling RPGs. They're not things that we would have called RPGs back in the day. They're more hack and slash. It's not quite the same thing. But I think I'm just getting old. And back in my day... That is one of the most disappointing things about being an aging gamer, is when you finally, somewhere in your 30s, come to the realization that you are no longer the target audience for most video games. What do the boots look like? I don't know that I've ever had boots. They're -10 to heat protection and +20 to cold protection. We have, fur shoes? What shoe? Yeah, we have fur shoes on, which are the same. So these are the same stats as our fur shoes, except they're actually boots. We're going with the boots, because that looks way better. Not that we can see our feet. But I like it. That was a good score. I know they're slightly damaged, but I don't really care. Ah, it's this guy. Hey, you.
Be welcome, stranger.
Terrible storm needs resources. Okay. So let's see what... So we're going to get building tech points for this. Not very many, but that's alright. 17 logs? Why? Alright, well let's give him the stones that we have on us. At least. If it'll let us do the partial turn in, that'll alleviate some of our overburdened here. Yeah, there we go. And then if we can find one of the vendors that's still awake, we can offload a bunch of these knives. And that should get rid of the rest. Nah, they're already in bed. Alright, well it is what it is. So 17 logs. There you are. Now I don't know if it's going to let us turn this in while he's asleep. I hope it will, but I doubt it. If it won't, then we'll just load these up on Donkey and continue our hunting, even though it's going to be hard to do at night. I don't want to run all the way home and then have to come all the way back up here. Oh, he's still wandering. Excellent. Sweet. So we got the quest done too. Now how close are we to that hunting level? Oh, did we get a hunting level? We did get a... We got a hunting level, I just didn't notice. Fantastic. So hunting just got a lot easier. Because now we can see animals with our glow, which makes hunting at night irrelevant. In some cases, it's even easier. So I think what we'll do is we'll start out by throwing down the field that we're going to have. Oh my. That's not a very good corner, is it? No, it's not. Let's try coming from this side. Oh, that's not really a great corner. Oh no, yeah, that'll work. How does it line up over here? Yeah, that's better. That's an orchard. I am really struggling today. It's like, why is it 5 by 5? And we do eventually want a 5 by 5 orchard, just not right here. And you know, we could actually get this started. We don't have the fertilizer for it, but we could at least get it furrowed. That's probably not a terrible idea. We still have a little ways to go before the houses that I'm interested in. But, see, we only have 26 fertilizer. That's not very much. We don't really have enough wooden hose either. Now, let's take a look at some of the recipes, because I know we have some extra money, and I know I would much rather spend it on pigs. But some of these recipes are going to be useful, like the copper hoe, copper hammer, copper axe, copper shovel, sickle, knife, arrows. I'm not worried about the spear. Yeah, let's... How are we doing on money? We still have 600 left. In the barn, we're going to want flour and probably daub, but I'm not going to worry about daub just now. We really want animal feed. Herbalist hut, we're not really going to worry about. Now, the longbow could be nice, but I would much rather wait until we get down here for the recurve. And then in our woodshed, no, none of that's important. Have a good night, Stesso. Sleep well, man. Could do some standing torches. Nah, that'd be a waste of money at this point. So in the kitchen, we've already got the potage. We need kitchen 2 for the next step, don't we? Wow, we're almost to the smithy 2. We're really close to the smithy 2. I kind of regret buying all those copper recipes now, because we're going to need to buy all the ones for bronze here very shortly. The sewing hut 2 is where things are really going to open up. So I think I'm going to put all of the animal buildings on the west side of this field. And I would like to put them in the order that we use them most frequently, to where the horse is at the very end, farthest away from where all the production buildings are, and with the fold closest. We're also going to put up, when we get the stable for the horses, we are going to remove the donkey shed, and we're actually going to put a second fold there, specifically to put the babies when they're born. That way they don't eat food and waste resources, since we don't get anything out of them, because they will still mature and will not starve to death. So we can put them there until they're grown and then move them back to the fold proper. That'll also help us to keep babies coming. As for now, all of our houses are tier 2. So we're actually just going to make them out of basic materials. We're not going to make them stone. And we're going to throw them up down by the river. That way they're not in the way and we can tear them down without any problems. Because eventually where they're at now is where we're going to put the market stalls. And since we don't have market stalls yet, and we will get the house 3s long before we get the market stalls, that's a pretty safe place to put them. I'm going to try to stagger out our people a little bit better this time around, though. Totally waited until you had the biggest houses to build more than a couple. Yep. Yeah, we needed some. Like, we have people getting us logs, we have people getting us stone right now, and I want to get farmers. But other than that, I don't really want to fool around with the houses too much. And production, because we don't have the craft times enabled on this season, the production is not nearly as important as the actual material gathering is. We need harvesters more than producers, because we can make a bunch of stuff really fast now. Soon. Those are bandits. This is either going to be awesome or awful. That is not a bandit. I totally just shot an arrow at the guy that runs the fast travel. Oh boy. That didn't hit you, did it? I think it did hit him because it's not out here. But it didn't seem to do him any harm, so that's good. Okay, and then her. From the simple house to the other simple house. Yes. And then we'll move her into the simple house that is by the farmland. And then we will assign her to the farm shed for now. She will eventually move into the barn when we get some male farmers. So we're actually going to have to go into the fields over here. And we're going to change field 1 and field 2 over to flax. So that it's ready to go when the time comes. Because that's going to be the next plant cycle. I think it's the woman. Yeah.
Greetings, stranger.
Need a strong man. The food went missing. So what food do you need? Hopefully it's just meat. Meat and fish. Crap. Meat we've got in spades. Fish is not a thing that we have. We could go up to the lake and shoot some out of the water. That's an option. We could buy some, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, they do have a cook. I don't know that she's going to have enough, though. We need 3 fish. Please be selling 3 fish.
Only the best products here.
Oh, good.
Stranger. See you soon.
Alright, well that cost us 15 coins, but that's alright. It's going to get us Dynasty points, and that's what's important. What else is it going to give us? And 60 coins, so we actually come out ahead. No biggie. There we go. How are we doing on Dynasty? Well, we're almost to 2,500. Alright, who's missing what for... Really? He's out of axes. You have an axe? Alright, hunting, we don't have anybody in there. Farming, what's she need? Nothing. She's doing her thing. Oh, right, because we threw the hose in storage, so she should be fine. She's going to run out of fertilizer, but we're going to bring some, so that's not a problem. Especially since we just finished that quest, so we can go ahead and snag Donkey. We're going to take everything off of him, though, because it's less weight when we're carrying it as far as Donkey's concerned than it is when he's carrying it. So we're going to head north and head home. What is she doing? No! She just dug up half the field of rye. She just dug up half the field of rye. That's... You're fired. Oh my god. Well, there went all those profits. That's insane. I really feel like kicking her out of the village. Except she won't learn her lesson because she's an NPC. and not a real person. No, I didn't want to cook all of that. I just realized that we meant to keep that for when we get the cabbage cleared out. So that's 100 fertilizer that was just wasted. The 50 that I put down and the 50 that she just replaced it with. That's also 50 rye seed that is wasted, which kind of sucks too. So, yeah. I figured she would let the rye grow out and then harvest it like normal. But apparently you have to wait until that season to actually make the change, or they will just destroy stuff and use that. So I had originally planned on working on animals today. And I mean, we did get the donkey. But I had planned on getting pigs as well, and now we're barely going to be able to cover taxes. Well, we've got enough money for taxes. It's not going to double over to a day and a half. But still not super excited. Those are moose. That was a miss. That was a bad shot. I'm gonna stop rushing shots. Well, there's some leather, at least, between the pig and the moose. I really don't like hunting moose, though. You wind up having to chase them too far when all you have the stone arrows. We really need to get the secondary storage set up over at the cave mouth and work on getting some copper coming in, especially since we're almost to bronze. If we could get that going a little bit, that would go a long way towards helping out with the firepower issues. So as much as I would prefer to have iron to take out bears and or Winsent, bronze is probably perfectly adequate. 2 logs apiece. Thankfully, we've got the logger up though, so we're in good shape there. That's gonna help out quite a lot. Are you guys just hanging out in the field? Like, what the hell's going on here? What? That's... She lives there, and he lives with the other production person. So, did I just witness an affair? Because they were like right up in each other's faces, and then when they noticed me, they split apart, and she went into the house and he wandered off. That was interesting. They kind of are, yeah. Did you see the episode last season where I had a guy hanging out behind my house with a lit torch while my wife and kid were asleep in the house? Yeah, that was creepy as hell. And then he acted like the timing was perfect for me being a smartass and him actually responding. I know it was just him randomly responding, or randomly acting, but it looked like he was responding to what I'd said. It was crazy. I don't want to use all of our logs to turn them into vials, though. I would like to use a lot of them, but I don't want to use all of them because we're still going to need some to build, like, the pigsty and whatnot. Alright, so we can take these out. We can put the fur in. We need to see if there's extra fur in storage. Got extra simple shoes. And we've got a crap ton of stone knives and a crap ton of wood vials. So I think that's what we'll probably start out with next time around. Is we will go on a sale run and see what we can do with what we've got. So I feel like we've got quite a bit. Let's get Donkey completely loaded up so that it... So man, that's 800 vials, 6 pairs of shoes, 17 knives, 19 fur, and a bunch of feathers. Yeah, I think we can make that work. It is getting to be about that time tonight, though, guys. We didn't get nearly as much done as I had hoped, but we did get quite a bit of hunting done, and can finally use the alt skill to check for hostile mobs, so we don't have to worry so much about accidentally stumbling into wolves. That's going to help quite a lot. But if you learned anything useful today, like the whole they will harvest your field if you change it before the harvest time is up. Yeah, that was... Yeah, do not change your field, what you're telling them to grow in the field until you are actually ready for it to be harvested, because they will tear up what you've already got. They'll just destroy it and try to replant. So that is definitely something that we learned today that is going to be very, very useful going forward. So, but yes, if you learned anything useful today, or if you had half rations until you earn back the gold, I agree. I agree, Tirte. I feel like that is more than reasonable. I was all for kicking her out, except she wouldn't learn her lesson because she's an NPC. It would hurt us, not her. But, yeah. But yeah, if you guys learned anything useful tonight, or if you had a good time, please don't be afraid to drop a like. If you're feeling friendly, maybe go ahead and subscribe. But either way, unfortunately, we are off for the night, and we will catch you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it.